Okay, we've got a couple of other issues to get to. Labor politician Fatima Payman has broken ranks to accuse Israel of genocide. Directly addressing Anthony Albanese, she told the SBS, and I'm quoting here, "My conscience has been uneasy for far too long, and I must call this out for what it is. This is a genocide, and we need to stop pretending otherwise." She also said, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." Josh Burns, what do you make of these comments from one of your own colleagues?
Well, Sharri, I mean, this has been a really hard 7 months, and I personally am finding it really difficult. And one of the things that I think is really important is that we need to be able to agree and disagree respectfully. Clearly, I disagree. This is a situation where the Prime Minister has outlined our position on the River to the Sea chant, and I support the Prime Minister's stance on this. And you know, it's a hard thing, and I'm not going to be running sort of commentary on Fatima. I like Fatima a lot. She's a friend, and I can see she's hurting. But you know,
But she's
made
just
my
repeated a hate
clear.
chant there, a hate chant that even the Prime Minister said has no place on our streets.
Yeah, and I support the Prime Minister's position on this wholeheartedly. I think that we need to engage respectfully in these debates, and we support a two-state solution. It's really important that we work towards a two-state solution, and that be for a safe and secure Israel and also for one day a viable Palestinian state, and that's why we don't support it.
Yeah. Just very quickly before I go to Michael Kroger on this topic, on the weekend, Albanese and Penny Wong supported the vote at the UN to give Palestine a seat at the table. Do you agree with that position? And if you disagree, did you make that clear to them?
I did, and I outlined my position prior to the vote and also outlined my position following the vote. I issued a statement which is publicly available for everyone to see, where I outlined some key principles, one of which is that there are still hostages in the ground. Somewhere in Gaza, there's still over 130 hostages who are unaccounted for, who were taken by a terrorist organisation. And I also outlined the fact that in her recent speech, the Foreign Minister outlined some really important principles, one of which is being that Hamas can play no future role in the governance of Gaza, the other ones being that the Palestinian Authority needs to be reformed, and then that reformed Palestinian Authority cannot be a threat to the people of Israel. And in my view, Sharri, I don't believe those conditions have been met yet. So I issued that statement and said that an abstention would have been more appropriate because it would have meant that we're open to future positions, but we're not there yet.
Sorry, Michael, just one last one for Josh. Josh, look, there is a strong sense that federal Labor has completely abandoned the Jewish community and Israel. Are you alone here in speaking publicly, or do you have colleagues who are equally disappointed, like you are, in the positions that Penny Wong and Albanese have taken?
Look, Sharri, Australia remains a strong friend of Israel, and I'm a custodian of that relationship as well as my colleagues, and we've maintained that Israel has a right to defend itself, and that following the atrocious attacks on October 7, that Israel, like any other country, has the right to defend its people.
But do any of your colleagues agree?
I would also, and I would also say that I have been really heartened by colleagues who have reached out. I mean, I'm not going to break their trust, and obviously I'm the only one who has spoken out, but publicly, and if others wish to do so, that's a matter for them. But certainly, colleagues have come to me and expressed their support, and I really appreciate that.